Introducing a podcast like no other. Set your whole shot device and rev up your engine. It's time for the Gate Drop Podcast.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gate Drop Podcast. I am joined by my gracious co-host, Nick, aka
Hi, guys.
the lowest of classes.
It's official. I'm the co-host. I'm here. I'll always be here. You're stuck with me.
Yeah, until Nick gets hurt and crashes his bike again.
Yeah, probably.
Nick, did you watch Redbud?
I watched a decent amount of Redbud this time. I went back.
Amount.
Oh, so I had no power the day of Redbud, which was terrible. So I was able to watch it off my work phone. So I saw both 450 motos, and I kind of got the gist of 250s. I know those star boys out there in the 250s, specifically one guy was actually crushing it.
Yeah, dude, they were ripping. Fucking Davies was just on fire.
Yeah, him and was that Menier?
Yeah, Menier did all right. Dudney was pretty good.
Dundee was holding it down in the top.
Yeah,
holding it down at first for a while at Moto 1.
Yeah, and the fact that it's still his rookie year,
yeah,
in pro at all is that's pretty impressive. Just running up there, keeping up with Davies.
Absolutely. I think the best part of the entire weekend was watching Evan the Deer getting carried out by Joe Shimoda and just plopped on the podium. It was probably the best thing I could see all weekend.
Absolutely. Now, I will say when Hunter went down, I was a little heartbroken because dude's been on top of his game, not only in Redbud itself, but just throughout this entire season.
Yeah, it's just that pressure keeps getting to him.
I don't even think it's so much the pressure. I think it's the fact that how do I say this? I don't think it was the pressure that got to him this weekend. Honestly, I think it was just the track.
Yeah, the track looked brutal, especially with the rain right after press day. Like,
but yeah, dude, it was a complete swamp.
It was like a hurricane hit through there. I think Moto 1 was super, super choppy. Moto 2, after the sun was baking in for a little bit, it seemed to shaping up a lot better. Jorge Prado kind of strived on that track. His gates looked phenomenal for the first time this year. He's kind of gotten clipped out. I feel like a little bit more gate practice and just that push. And I think, he's going to be fighting. But we're going to Southwick, so that's a whole different animal.
Dude. Southwick is going to be good.
Oh, it's going to be great.
It's always a good race, but it's just throwing a pure sand track into the mix right in the middle of the season just changes everything up. It's literal perfection.
It's going to change the pace. We're going to see some dudes that haven't been doing good all year come out. Cooper Webb, it's time to show up. I mean, he did show up. He showed up Moto 2, which was pretty cool. He was out there trying for a little bit.
Yeah, he was. And he's slowly getting better and better. I mean, his starts are on point.
Yeah, no,
his starts are on point. I can understand why Cooper Webb is done with outdoors after this season. I mean, he is getting up there in age for a rider. I mean, he's still only 31, 32.
I mean, it's still, you think about it, average age for a rider, except for a couple of people, it's 30, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be back in the day. Once you hit my age, 26 years old, you're done. You retire.
Yeah.
Carmichael retired at 26.
Yeah, you got Eli out there still, Rotson out there still. These old dudes are still ripping.
They're still winning, still winning championships.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not that Cooper's old or slow. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I can definitely understand how challenging outdoors is as a whole, regardless of your age or riding level. Because you're racing 30 minute plus 2 motos and 90, 100 degree heat.
Yeah, I mean, you got all the young ones who pretty much strive on the entire amateur series is pretty much just pro national tracks at this point. You think about it, Loretta Lynn's, Bud Street's got a qualifier, Unadilla's got a qualifier, Redbud's got a qualifier, Southwood's got a qualifier. So these younger kids are getting track time on the same choppy track, because I know at least when I did 2 years ago, we did a woods race on Bud Street right 2 weeks before the Pro National, and we got it prepped the same way the Pro National got it prepped. And you learn a lot in that little bit of time you have with the track.
Right.
And these kids are starting off on 50s over at Bud's Creek.
Yeah, they are. I mean, I don't know. I wish more veteran riders would stick with the outdoor championship just because, maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's, I love seeing the veteran riders just come out and have another breakout year where they're getting podiums, they're getting wins, they're battling for the titles. But I can definitely see why going Supercross only is more attractive to these guys. And it's getting more popular and more popular as the years go on because if you think about it, yeah, you have more gate drops potentially in Supercross, but the races are shorter. You're indoors most of the time. You're not baking out in the sun because you're racing in the evening versus Moto 1 starting at fucking noon.
Yeah, it's pretty much still wintertime for most of these rounds. I think Philly, it was like 40 degrees out.
That's how it was at Seattle. When I went to Seattle, it was a high of like 42 in the sun.
Yeah, these dudes, all they got to do is make sure they have a sweatshirt on before the gate, and then after that, it's pretty much just riding. Like, it's kind of crazy how hot your body gets. Like, I went out riding last winter, and it was -2. I was in a jersey and pants doing 30-minute motos, and I'm like, not even cold.
Yeah, honestly. It's crazy to think what your body is capable of, and two, what it goes through when you do ride.
Yeah.
Like you said, it could be -2 outside and you're riding and you're hitting, 180 beats per minute and you feel like while you're in there and, on the bike, it feels like you're in a furnace.
Yeah. You're sweating and it's crazy. And then you put these guys in 102-degree weather. Like, I'm sure Paulo was like at least 90. I didn't look at the weather for Paulo, but like, it was hot.
Yeah, it was hot. And it wasn't too, I don't feel like it would have been too bad at Paulo though, because it doesn't have the humidity there.
I feel like, if you look at Red, but I feel like with the rain that happened the night before,
dude, that humidity must have been fucking atrocious.
Yeah, I'm sure, the track baked in by Moto too. Yeah. Like, it was a completely different track.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a completely different track than qualifying that morning. It was completely different.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to ride in 90, 100-degree heat in California where it's dry versus riding in 80-degree heat on the East Coast with 90% humidity.
Yeah, it's a completely different ballgame.
I lived in North Carolina for 5 years, and from spring to autumn, you step outside and you're just smacked in the face with it literally takes the breath out of you, just whacked with a wave of humidity, just sucks the breath out of you.
Clothes are straight, stuck to you. Yeah.
Seriously, it's bad. So I can definitely understand why a lot of these guys are starting to go to Supercross.
And it's the money.
Yeah, honestly.
From everybody I've talked to,
the money's in Supercross.
Outdoors, there is no money. It's all indoors.
Which I get it. I mean, I really enjoy watching Supercross in general. If I had to choose between going to, let's say, Seattle or Washougal, I would much rather go to Seattle again because I feel like Supercross is much better to watch, not only on TV, but especially in person because you can see pretty much the whole track. You know what's going on.
You get a higher up seat. You can see everything's going on. You can tell where the leader is with the leader lights.
Yeah, exactly. And even in the later rounds, when you're at the last 3 rounds of the year and it's starting to warm up a little bit, okay, yeah, it might be a little warm in the sun, but give it 30 minutes, it's going to start cooling off again.
Yeah, no, it's because since I'm on the East Coast, I get one of the last, like Philly, New Jersey, those are always like third to last round. And like last year, it was back to back. And in Philly, it was 40 degrees. In East Rutherford, it was 70 degrees. And like, it's crazy because, they're a week apart.
Yeah.
And like, you don't even notice.
No, you don't. And it's funny you say that because next year, my wife and I are planning to go to Pennsylvania because she's from there. So we're going to go see her family. And then we're hopefully going to Philly Supercross.
We're going to have to do it live.
We have to, dude.
We have to.
We need to get Billy and Haley out there too.
I talked to them earlier yesterday, and they're planning on doing a couple more. They want to go out more rounds. They just bought a new pop-up, super sick. It's like
I saw the designs.
Oh, dude, the pictures of it in like real life, it's like, what is it? I think the standard's a 10x10.
Something like that, yeah.
It's a 20x10, so it's two of them
Ooh,
combined. Yeah, it's
nice.
big.
Nice.
Yeah, they had it over at REDBUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU
went too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm so jealous. I want to go to Redbud so bad, just
I
once
think
in my
they're
life.
planning on like a big group gathering again for Washugal. I think that's what they want to do next year.
Next year, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Washugo's only like an hour and a half away from my house, so
Yeah, it was either Washugal or Southwick. And I was pushing towards Southwick because it's a 2-hour car ride to a plane ticket.
so the reverse for me.
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
also Southwick's such a good round to go watch.
It is. It's such a good race. It always is. I love sand tracks.
Yeah, no, I hate riding in the sand, but I love watching sand tracks.
Now, big piece of news just came out. Austin Forkner is now retired. He confirmed it. He went on his social medias and he said he's retired. He's ready for the next chapter in his life with him, his his lady and his kids. And I'm sad to see him go because I love watching him ride. But at the same time, dude's been plagued with injuries.
Yeah, I think it was honestly, as much as like I enjoyed watching the dude rip, he had the potential to get in that 250 championship before he hit the concrete.
Yeah.
And it's sad to see him go, but at the same time, it opens up the opportunity for another PCR kid to get on there. And hopefully, I'm sure he's going to be one of the development riders somewhere. These guys don't ever leave the sport. You look at like Ryan Dungey, and he's like always an ambassador for some company. I forget what it is now. It might be KTM again. I know it was
Trey Kennard. He's still test riding for Honda.
Yeah, and they're helping these guys develop faster bikes. I mean, like look at Honda. Look at their 2027 450. Like, there's been some input from the test riders, and these dudes have been ripping.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you also hear that Matt Sandstein is leaving Star?
Yeah, no, they officially parted ways because Max Sandstein, like I was talking about, he wants to go to Supercross only. So they it wasn't a bad split up with Anstey and Star. It was a mutual thing. And they're like, hey, unfortunately, we can't give you what you need to do Supercross only. So they're like, as much as we hate to see Max leave, we're gonna have to let him go so he can, do what he wants to do, take the path he wants to take.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what his ride's going to be.
Quad Lock Honda.
Is it confirmed?
It's not confirmed. I'm just calling it Quad Lock Honda.
I feel like that's a really good assumption. Like that, or I feel like you could be like one of those underdog teams. Like,
yeah,
the one Justin Hill's on was at Tether Racing.
Team Tedder, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
rumor has it Cooper Webb might be going to Team Tedder.
Dude, their bikes are so sick.
They are, dude. It's one thing seeing them on TV, seeing it in person.
That's my favorite place to go, is to go look at Justin's Hill. Just they take so much, like, don't get me wrong, the factory bikes are cool, but like they're all cookie cutter.
Mm-hmm.
You look at Justin Hill's bike compared to the factory rides, he's got the anodized parts. Like, they bling it out and they make it look just as pretty as the way he rides, because that dude has been ripping in Supercross.
Yeah, he is putting on a show for us Oregon boys out here.
Yeah.
It's funny too because I work in Southern Oregon a lot, even though I live in, somewhat Northwestern Oregon. And every time I hop on I-5 South, I drive past the Yoncalla track where he grew up riding. He still trains, and
gotta keep it local.
Yeah. I look over, I'm like, okay, yep. I see people riding. Okay, we're good. My day is made.
Yeah. Did we touch on Chase Edston last weekend? I forget. Was last weekend the crew episode?
Yeah. The last episode was the
crew
episode. Yeah.
So in case you guys don't know, Chase Edston blew his knee out.
Yep. So, he's out for the rest of the year at least.
Yep. Completely did the exact same thing I did, but probably way worse and probably way cooler.
But it's such a cool injury, guys.
I mean, it's cool because, he's on the road to rehab, and for those guys, it's completely different from, us locals.
Yeah.
That dude probably be back on a bike in 6 months.
But yeah, definitely.
I mean, you look at Jet's ACL tear, and that dude was back in 3, and everybody said it was impossible. And then he blew his foot out. but this is besides the point.
Yeah. Shit happens. But, you know, it's... Go ahead.
That was it. It was just this does. Yeah.
I mean, it puts stress to the rumor that, you know, Chase Sexton did it on purpose. Obviously, the dude didn't, because who in their right mind would intentionally blow out their own knee?
Yeah, no.
Like, come on. Nobody's going to do that. So, no, I got nothing but good things to say about Chase. I hope he heals quick. I want to see him back on the bike, you know. But I will say I won't be surprised if he moves away from Cowie.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you know, he got a Supercross main event win with him. But overall, he's been having a lot of problems. And I know the running joke is, oh, Chase has to, you know, he has to ride all the colors. But I do feel like if Chase steps away from Cowie and goes to a different team, different manufacturer even, it'll do him some good.
Yeah, no, I think, like, especially with having this much downtime now, I feel like he could kind of, like, recope to what he's actually doing out there and maybe make the right decision and do what he feels best to help him get back out to battling for the lead like he used to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, quick message from our sponsors. This podcast is brought to you by Crew Racewear. Are you looking for new moto gear, want to look fresh? Or maybe are you thinking about getting into motocross, but you just don't know? Ask yourself this: what if it all works out? Go to crewracewear.com, get you a new set of gear, use code CREW15, that is CREW15 for 15% off with this current sales event going on right now.
We got hats.
We do have hats. We got hats. We got t-shirts.
I forgot my t-shirt.
It's all good.
I'm wearing my Sits Days t-shirt.
Dude, okay. I cannot wait until my kit comes in.
Did you order this round?
Yeah. Dude, I got the Sunrise, the pink and yellow.
Ooh, I just got Hollows on its way. Hollow just got shipped to me.
There you go.
I got a Hollow, and then I have a Sherbert, which is a beautiful set. And
dude, I was torn between the Sunrise and the Sherbert.
Sherbert's so beautiful in person.
Dude, I bet.
But just you wait till 2027. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just you wait. I've seen some stuff. I've been around.
Oh, do I need to talk to Benji? Do I need to talk to Benji about what's coming next year?
It's chef's kiss. It's beautiful. Ooh. It's beautiful.
Ooh,
those guys, those designers are out there killing it.
I'm gonna have to cop me a set.
Sleepy and Billy, not Billy, Moo and Billy. I mean, Billy's doing stuff, but those designers, I hope you have a no minimum on your credit card or maximum. You're gonna need it.
I gotta get one of each, right?
You have to. You have the whole wall aligned with it.
Yeah, dude, that's the plan. What do you think? What do you think's happening as soon as I get my kid? I don't have a bike. I don't got the time or the money. I have 2 kids and a third one on the way.
That's why you just wear it during the broadcast, you know?
Nah, dude. I'm gonna eventually, not only am I gonna have my stuff on the wall, but once the AP giveaway jersey comes in the freaking mail, which I'm still waiting on, that's going on the wall until we do the giveaway. And eventually I want to have this now 2 of these walls just lined with jerseys.
I kind of like what I'm doing back here.
Kind of, yeah.
Have you been following, like, have you seen any of the controversy that happened at the GNCC last weekend?
No, I don't really follow GNCC.
All right, so pretty much for all the outdoor woods riders, everybody knows we had I forget the track, honestly. I'm really bad at it, but it was in West Virginia. It's gonna bug me now, hold on. But it's pretty much Redbud, but for woods racing.
Okay.
All right, my bad. Okay. I'm sorry, it was snowshoe. Don't come at me. But there's the most iconic spot. It's called Howard's Hole. It's where all the douchebags go to drink beer and watch the race. It's pretty much just a giant mud pit. And Saturday, I think it was 450 Pro quad race. Some people got a little too drunk. They walked into the main line, which, you know, you shouldn't be in the main line. And unfortunately, they got ran over.
Ooh, shit.
And that entire week after, there was the hugest controversy about it. You know, everyone was like, oh, they should be suing that rider. You know,
it's a woods race, one, so your whole fucking track is about as wide as your fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
And 2, if you are on the track and you get hit, that's your own fucking fault. You know where you are.
Wait, can I share my screen? Can we watch?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Oh, hold on. Let me go to Instagram. We're gonna get I'll give you a recap.
Give me a recap. I need to see this shit.
I don't know if I can find the video, but I'll give you a reference of like what it looks like to be.
Do you watch the GNCC?
Hold on, I'm like actively into it. What did you say?
What do you watch the?
You can watch it on Racer TV. I know next year they're moving to somewhere else, but that's the wrong button. This is my buddy Diesel. Shout out to Diesel. He went down there for the weekend, and this is pretty much what Howard's hole is.
I can't. Oh, okay, there it is. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all we get because we'll get hit with copyright. If you guys wanted to see the rest of the video, you can go to Diesel and Dirt on TikTok or Instagram and watch it. You can go on. I think there's a bunch of people there. Bunch of people.
I'm about to say you can show the video and I can clip it or cut it.
I keep hitting the wrong button. We're going back to it. Let me see if I can find.
Do you have the video of the crash?
Yeah, let me see if I can find the video real quick. I found it.
Oh shit, he just keeps going. Oh fuck. Jeez.
But yeah.
God. All right, look, bad on that guy for one, hitting him, then slowing down, then keep running him over. But at the same time, what I said before still stands. You know where you are. If you're on the track, you're in the race line. You should not fucking be there.
Yeah, and that spiked a lot of controversy for the past week.
I can see why.
Yeah. And like a lot of people were trying to blame, like, you should sue GNCC, you know. And GNCC states you're in charge of your own surroundings. You signed a waiver like every other place you go to. And like, I mean, it's unfortunate, like somebody got hit, but at the same time, these guys have their own race. They're on quads in ROTs. They unfortunately do not have control of the vehicle or the quad because
no, I get it. And you know, they can try and sue GNCC, but at the end of the day, if they're there, they sign the waiver. And if they sign the waiver, they have no case.
Yeah. No, I think a couple other incidents happened that weekend. It was a little bit more to it. I think a mom and a kid wasn't supposed to be where they were. And unfortunately, one of the littler kids hit the mom and the kid and I think don't quote me on this, but I think broke the mom's ribs or did something and like the kid knocked himself out and it was a shitty situation. It was not a good look for the weekend. You know, nobody wants to see that happen, but at the same time, like we can't go into comment sections and be like, oh, sue, because unfortunately they sign a waiver, you know.
Yeah, and most of those waivers state like, hey, you acknowledge that there's a possibility you can be injured here by signing this waiver. You pretty much waive your right to sue.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, you know, at some point, if this keeps trying to happen, we're going to start losing.
Yeah, like we touched on last episode, tracks are just going to be shut down.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, I get it. You know, you go to a race, you want to have a couple of drinks, you want to have fun. It's a fun event, right? Totally understand it. But know your limits. Don't be fucking stupid. I don't know, man. That's a whole situation.
And, like, you should know where the main lines are. Like,
yeah.
Even, like, I know for our series, Unless you're wearing a media vest, if you're seen anywhere other than the spectating areas, you're ejected.
Right.
So like, yeah,
as it should be.
Yeah, as it should be. Like, there should be either designated viewing areas or say, hey, you can go on the track, but we're gonna put this banner up. You go past this banner, we're gonna have people, especially like that situation. I feel like to better improve that, I feel like we should put, caution tape around it.
Something, some kind of marker, one, so the riders know if they're on the track or not, and two, so spectators know not to go on the fucking track.
And I could be wrong. I haven't been to this race, and all the videos I've seen, it's always been 500 people in like a confined space. So there could be markers everywhere, or at least caution tape. But I don't know. It's unfortunate at the same time. But I don't know. Sometimes like some of these people that come to the GNCCs and they're spectating, they're somehow end up in the wrong place, and it's always a controversy. Last year, their final round's Ironman. They do the woods. And this one lady was walking across the trail, and they have a steep hill climb, so it's blind for the riders. She just got pummeled. So I mean,
Jesus,
it's fun and all until we start losing. Like, then people get mad because they're like, we lost this, and this privileges.
Yeah, well, all it takes is one stupid person to make a mistake and ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah, and like you can't even blame the rider. That rider is so focused on what's going on in front of him and try not to hit the tree at 40 miles an hour that like accidents happen. You should know better not to be where you are. And like, you can't, like, the rider got disqualified from it. And like, I mean, in a sense it was kind of his fault, but at the same time, like, there could have been a whole, like, his story could have been completely different from all the spectators. Like, he's in a 2-hour race. He could have cramped up.
Yeah, he could have. Maybe something was going on with his quad and he was just hanging on for fucking dear life.
Yeah. So
sometimes throttles get stuck. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, it's past us. I think the people that needed to learn their lesson kind of learned their lesson.
Hopefully.
And hopefully we'll be able to go. I'm sure we'll be able to go back there next year. I think I'm going to go get some live footage. I feel like I need to experience it at least once.
Yeah.
Maybe get hit. I don't know. I'm kidding.
That's the last thing you need.
No, but definitely, I think next year they have it there. I'm going to go experience it just because it's one of those things where you look at it and you're like, this isn't real. But apparently it is. Like, REDBUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUUU It's fucking Redbud.
I don't know. Yeah. I just don't want to see any more tracks or races shut down for stupid shit like that.
No, me either. But to bring the mood back up, I saw a post today. I'm pretty sure it was by Pro Motocross, but it was Ken Rotson maybe going to Ironman.
I hope so.
He was riding there today. He had the bites, so
I pray to God we see Kenny at Ironman.
That would be a sick race to see Kenny at.
Right?
Since we didn't get Red Blood like I wanted, I feel like Ironman.
Yeah. We just one round. We need one round with Kenny. Just one.
We need one round with the German chocolate.
I wonder if he's going to do what he did in years past. He'll hop on a 250 and just rip it.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a good idea for Kenny to do, to hop on a 250. These 250 riders are something else. Some of them are riding faster lap times than 450s.
50s are getting fast, but I feel like Kenny at the same time might be able to handle it.
No, if anybody can, he can.
Yeah, I feel like regardless, I think it's going to be sick. I think it's hard to tell because it's just, I'm going off of graphics. I think it was this 450 there because all I saw was the one plate, but I don't know.
Yeah, you know, it'd be sick if he lined up for the 450 class on a 252 stroke. That would be sick.
That would be spectacular.
I feel like if that ever happens, everybody just needs to slow down and give Kenny the win.
I feel like I want him to battle. Like,
well, I'm not saying like don't sandbag it, but
I also just want to hear that thing scream.
Yeah.
It was like Barsha on 125.
Seriously.
That or the Muscle Milk Honda when it was still carbureted and he was trying to clear it out.
Yeah, right. Clear it out.
And then he just turned into the icon he is now.
Good old Bam Bam.
I don't know.
Another thing that happened at Red Bud, Tony Cairoli raced Red Bud on the Ducati.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. I think he took 11th overall.
I don't know. AMA makes it really hard to watch anybody other than the top 10.
Yeah,
because it happened like it moves so quickly. Like, can we like slow it down a little bit? Can we get like a minute in between? I don't need to know.
It's not even AMA. It's Feld that does it. It's the network that's doing it, because if you go back in the day when AMA was still broadcast on Speed, Speed was a much better broadcast.
Bring back Speed.
Seriously, bring back Speed. Bring back Ralph Shaheen. Get rid of RC. Get rid of frickin' Lee, whatever his last name is, in the booth. Get rid of them both. Give me either give me just Weech and Stewart, or give me one of those two and Ralph Shaheen. Hell, give me Ralph Shaheen and Jeff Emming back. Those two were a duo in the broadcast.
There was nothing like staying up till what was it, like midnight, just watching the rounds on Speed.
Seriously, Ralph Shaheen will always be the GOAT of motorsports broadcasting in general.
But Speed was just a whole different level.
It was a whole ass thing. They made the broadcast amazing. The leaderboard graphics, with the scroll across the top of the screen, was great. Because I feel like the timing and scoring with Feld and NBC now, it takes up half your fucking screen.
It does. And like when you're watching on because I had to watch it on a phone this week, so I didn't get to experience like seeing all the names. But like when it was trying to when I'm looking at who's below 10, I'm like,
seriously.
Like I feel like at the same time, like if we're watching it on a phone, I feel like we should get the option of just no scoring at all.
Well, I wouldn't say no scoring, because I still want to see the timing and scoring, but make it smaller.
Yeah, do something different. Because like when it's on the phone, it takes up the whole left side of my screen pretty much.
I mean, like when this episode comes out, there is the podcast logo on screen, and it's just this little itty bitty logo right here tucked in the very corner, not blocking anything, just there, so you can kind of see it, but it's not distracting. Make it like that. If I want to make it bigger, I can make it bigger. If I want to make it smaller, I can make it smaller.
That, or bring back the scroll.
Bring back the scroll across the top.
Just do us a favor, bring it back. Everybody wants it. Let's be real here.
Seriously.
Nobody likes this new fucking screen.
No. They changed it in 2015, and ever since, it's just been gone.
It's pretty bad. It wasn't that bad in Supercross, but for
it's not that bad in Supercross, because, they have, they have a lot of cameras in Supercross, and you can always switch and, still keep up with shit, but I don't know. It's too much.
It is too much. I feel like simple might be better.
There's just too much going on.
There is. Especially with how many rounds these guys have to do.
Seriously.
That's probably another reason why Cooper Webb's hopping out of pro motocross. Because now you have the 18 rounds of Supercross?
17 rounds Supercross, 11 rounds of motocross, and then your three playoff rounds.
Yeah.
They have 31 rounds in an entire season out of Super Motocross as a whole. 31 rounds per year. As a fan, I fucking love it, because that's 31 weeks out of the year that I get to go watch racing. As an athlete and a mechanic and a team manager and a truck driver and all this shit, dude, these guys need a fucking break.
Honestly, the truck drivers are the real MVPs.
Seriously.
From going to Seattle to like Nashville in a week is crazy.
Yeah, dude, I'm a truck driver myself.
Yeah.
I got my CDL. I drive truck. Dude, I can't tell you how many times, how many 14-hour days I've had. How many times I was at work and I'm trying to book it home, and I have to stop somewhere because I'm out of drive hours for the day. So I have to stop and I have to get a hotel, especially when I'm like an hour and a half away from home. Like, come on, I'm an hour and a half away. Just let me go home.
Yeah. And like at least the Supercross guys, like, it's not like NASCAR, where NASCAR, these dudes are going back to North Carolina to then go into California that same week. Like, at least with, I don't know. I actually haven't looked into like what happens with the rig.
So the rig, pretty much, it's nice though, because, half these teams are based in California, half of them are on the East Coast. So like in the East Coast rounds, they'll typically go back to the shop, get cleaned up, get checked out, make sure they have everything they need, and then just drive on to the next round. But if it's further away, then what they'll do is they'll make sure they have everything they need for the next, 1, 2, 3, 4, however many rounds. parts wise and shit. And then the driver will stop. You know, if he needs to get a hotel room, he'll get a hotel room. He'll stock up on food for the riders, mechanics, everybody. And then occasionally,
they did get a lot of jobs.
Seriously, he's not just driving the rig is not his only job.
No, he's making
sure he's buying and making food for not only himself but the mechanics and the riders and everybody on press and race day. He's making sure that all the mechanics' tools, parts, bikes, spare engines, pop-ups, t-shirts, hats, everything, all the riders' gear gets put on that truck. He's making sure everything is on the truck where it needs to be. Is it clean? Does it need to be washed? Does this need to be replaced?
While keeping the rig shiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And making sure everything gets there. Like, it's crazy. Like, next time you see one of the rig drivers, just say thank you. They're pretty much they're like the main reason we have this.
Dude, I stopped and talked to a couple of the rig drivers when I was at work just before Seattle Supercross because they pulled into the same travel stop that I always do to get fuel and get something to eat and shit. And I'm talking to them, I'm like, dude, you guys are the real fucking heroes of the sport. And keep in mind, I'm doing all this while I'm wearing, my Oakley fucking t-shirt and my, fly racing ball cap and shit. I'm like, dude, I know what you guys go through. You guys are the real MVPs. I don't know how y'all do it, but thank you for doing what you fucking do. They're like, yeah, dude, it's tough. It's a lot of shit.
It's a lot of Red Bulls.
Yeah. Yeah. And keep in mind, as soon as the rig gets there, it's not like they fuck off.
No,
and, get a day off. No. Getting there and getting everything set up, that's only half their job. During the race, they're still working.
Man.
They don't get to just, fuck off and go have a couple drinks, go to a nice restaurant, get something to eat and go chill out. No, they're still working.
And then at the end of the night, they're packing that thing up and getting on the road.
And they don't get on the road till like 1 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
So kudos on those guys, man. They have the toughest job in the entire motocross industry.
I don't know.
Now, I wouldn't say physically toughest.
We're gonna count the privateers because those dudes are driving themselves to these rounds.
I am gonna count the privateers on that because yes, they're maintaining their own bikes, they're driving themselves, they're doing everything themselves out of their own pocket. Totally get it, but they're just doing it for just them.
That's fair.
The driver's doing it for everybody on the team.
An entire team, yeah.
An entire team, all the riders, all the mechanics, the managers, everybody. So yes, factory team truck drivers have the toughest fucking job in the entire industry.
Yeah, all right.
I will die on this hill.
Let's let the comments decide. Chat, type in the comments. You think privateers have a harder race day experience or do the truck drivers? Because
I'm not talking race day experience. I'm talking overall experience.
Weekend experience. Because, like, I don't know. If you really think about it, some of these privateers are doing the same thing, racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then driving back
and then they're immediately driving home. They're still working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Totally get it. I'm not saying they have it easy.
No, they don't have it easy.
They do not have it easy. I'm just saying they don't have to do that for 50 fucking people every goddamn week.
Yeah, and they're also most of them are skipping rounds too.
Yeah,
sometimes I'm going back to the truck drivers.
And I'm not. They're not skipping rounds because they want to. They're skipping rounds because they have to.
Yeah.
I got nothing but love for privateers. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Privateers are the backbone of the sport.
Rocky Mountain. Let's give them a little bit more money for their privateer award.
Yeah, seriously. Like you're barely covering their entry fee. You're not even covering their gas and anything else.
I mean, like, it's cool that you're doing it out. Like
yeah, it's great that they are. But here's the thing: if you're going to do that for a privateer, how about you take the median cost of an entire race weekend for a privateer and you just pay for it?
Yeah,
just the one weekend, just the one race.
I feel like that'd be way cooler. Just like, you get the privateer award, you go out there and you do what you need to do. You should get, like, your next weekend should be on Rocky Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, give them $1,000. Okay, just because they're there, right? But if they qualify for the main, pay for their next weekend.
Yeah, like,
I'm not saying pay for their transportation or their parts, I'm saying pay for the gas that the race fuel that they need, pay for their entry fees.
I feel like that view.
Just pay enough so it covers them getting there and then being able to race. Once they line up for the heat race, that's on the right.
Yeah, I feel like that little bit more motivation. Like, hey, dude, next round you're gonna be free. I feel like it's a lot. I mean, like then again, $1,000 probably sounds better.
It sounds better. It sounds better,
Logistics.
But if you break it down,
yeah, like a lot of people are breaking it down.
Here's the thing, though: if they're going to pay for the privateers next weekend, they should only because that doesn't really make sense. I mean, the only way to really make this happen, with what I'm thinking, is only pay if the guy makes the night show. But at the same time, that would mean the rider would have to pay his entry fees and stuff, and the Rocky Mountain would just reimburse him.
Yeah.
The only way that could happen. That just doesn't really make sense.
Rocky Mountain start handing out the factory experience. That round, take their bike over, pay for their plane ticket, get their gate entry fee, have that dude show up and ride.
My cat came up to say hi. Well, one of my cats. I have two. This is Bandit.
Oh, there's the other one.
Yeah, that's Jonah. Jonah's on my shit list.
Bandit, we got any input on truck drivers and privateers? You heard it here, folks. Shop at crew.com.
Shop at Crew. Do it.
Shop at Crew. Not for me. Do it for the cat.
Yeah. Do it for Bandit. Bandit said so.
Yeah. He said it.
Get a new set of gear at crewracewear.com. Use code crew15 for 15% off.
He said he's tired of looking at the holes in your ass from you falling. It's time for you to buy a new one.
He doesn't want to see your nutsack popping out of your pants.
Yeah. Are you tired of looking like Cameron McAdoo? Well, look no further. Crew Racewear crotch is reinforced. So that way you're not still
double padded, triple stitched.
You can slide it across asphalt at 90 miles an hour and it won't even tear. Patent pending.
Yep. Patent pending. It's just rubbing up on my microphone now. Is it? You got an itch? Yep, that's a spot right there, right behind the ear. Oh yeah, dude. A lot of stuff has happened in the last week.
Oh, for sure.
I know I haven't exactly been super consistent on recording and putting out episodes. So, there's about a week and a half to 2 week space between the last, I think, 2 episodes, which, it is what it is. Things happen, scheduling conflicts, people get busy. But hopefully we're now back on the 1 episode per week schedule that I want to be on, that I'm trying to be on. So hopefully that stays. I don't know.
We're trying.
Yeah. We're going to try to put out an episode every week, but, things happen.
Especially, the off week really throws everything off, really throws a hole in the stop.
Yeah, it does. Because we kind of cover everything that happened in the last week in 1 episode. And if we get, a bye week in sports, kind of like, well, what do we talk about?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. If you made it this far, I love you. Thank you for listening and or watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, follow, support the channel. And if you have any input, please leave it in the comments below. I love reading the comments and seeing where I can improve, what changes I need to make, all this other stuff. Again,
or any topics that you want us to talk about.
Want to hear something? What do we want? What do we need to talk about? If you have any ideas, let us know. It's not just, I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing it so you guys can enjoy, and I want your input. Genuinely, I do want your input. But for everybody that's going to comment, oh, you're dumb, you're stupid.
I am. I have a degree, though.
Yes, and the fact that you're just now realizing this, kind of iffy. 2, if you are one of those people that leave that kind of hate comment, thank you for helping my analytics.
I'll respond back.
Nick will respond back. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. As always, I was joined by my awesome co-host, Nick. Thank you, Crew Racewear, for sponsoring the podcast. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.